I was raised on a small farm in the southern end of Lancaster County, and as an 8-year-old boy, one summer, my father planted 3 acres of cucumbers. And my job was to weed the cucumbers, it was to pick the cucumbers. I had to carry half-bushel baskets to the end of the row. It was hard work for an 8-year-old kid. By the time September came, my father said to me, "Clint, jump in the truck, we're going to our local town bank." So he stood at the teller in the bank, he turned around and he had a bank book in his hand. And he said, "Clint, you made $90 this summer. I'm going to give you a $10 bonus. This is going to be the start of your savings." When he did that, it triggered something inside of me that would be with me for the rest of my life that I want to share with you about becoming a biblical millionaire. You know, the first key factor to becoming a biblical millionaire is being able to discover your genius potential. You know, a little girl named Akiana Krameric at the age of 4 was receiving visions and giftings from God for painting. And she became one of the most prolific painters in the world. By the time she was a teenager, she was a multi-millionaire. Now, what did she do? She took the gifting that she had in her genius potential and she fused it together with her career for maximum earning potential. I think the second key factor is being able to build the wealth after you've earned it. Did you know that 78% of NFL football players are bankrupt 3 years after they retire? What's the problem? They knew how to earn it, but no one trained them how to build it. You know, many people say to me, "Well, Clint, I've never even saved $10,000 in my life." Well, I want to give you a tip of something that I did when I was 18 years of age, living at home. I would take my income and I would put it into, this is a checking account. I would put it in the checking account, I would pay my bills, and then whatever I had left over on a month-to-month basis, sometimes as much as 75% of my income, I would take that and I would put it not into a savings account, but in my case it was in a credit union, and I would put it into the credit union and I would put a lid on it so I wouldn't touch it. It didn't have a checking account attached to it. It was a half an hour away, so I let it grow. So by the time I was 20, I had $20,000 saved up from using these principles. So if you would like to take this journey with me, I would like to give you 5 free short videos. You can sign up for that so that we could do this together. You know, the great thing about this is by the time my wife and I were 25 years of age, we built our first home with cash, no mortgage. By the time we were 35 years of age, we became debt-free millionaires using these principles. And the greatest thing is this, that over an 11-year span, we could give $1 million to charities and ministries around the world. So if you'd like to take your wealth to help reshape the culture, we can take this journey together to becoming a biblical millionaire.